This isn't just a train, it's a thread line, a vessel across memory, myth, and meaning. Step inside where the reels turn like time itself and story becomes sanctuary. Welcome to Parlor 10, a living room for living movies. Here are your hosts, director Carey and executive producer JenLyn. In a world that's spinning faster and faster, we slow it down reel by reel so that we can remember who we are through film, through story, and through co resonance with each other and with you.
Yeah, story is a village technology. It builds bridges between our hearts, our souls, and truth. Where we used to have a campfire, now we have frame light. And films don't just help us remember who we are, they actually take us to a place where we feel our humanity.
Mm.
And that said, I had this experience when I was in film school, seeing the great filmmaker Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, and I was moved. I started for the first time to understand that all humans are the same and at the same time completely unique.
Mm.
That film changed my life forever. It taught me that film has a great, great power to shift the thinking of humans. And so that's what we're doing here with Sing Your Song. That is the point. The point is to help people remember what it means to be a part of humanity.
Mm. I love that. And I love that you had that experience with that film. For me, this year, 2025, there was a wonderful movie that came out, and it's called Sinners. And I've watched it 4 different times in theater, and was upset that I couldn't watch it a fifth time in theater. It's so good. And part of it is the resonance that it creates. From the preface, it appears to be a movie about the vampira, right? Vampires, but it's so much more than that. It's about existence through space and time. It's about the past and the future and the present. It's about our ancestors, ourselves, and our children, and being able to have all of that in existence in one space. There's a scene where that comes to life through music, and it's alive with memory, and it's alive across all of those multi dimensions. And sitting in that movie, when that happens for the first time, and it happens multiple times, but I cried. It really moved me, partly to know that everyone else in the theater was experiencing life the way I see it and experience it every single day. And that was such a beautiful moment together. And also to know that people in the industry see life also in that way. And they made this wonderful movie together. Because the truth is that the stories that we tell and the stories that we tell ourselves shape the lives we live.
Yeah, and the ones we share, they shift humanity.
Mhm.
Film isn't a product, it's not a transactional thing. It's something that moves us, that pushes us forward. It's not here to punish, it's here to open your feelings and to recognize who you could be, well, really, who you always were.
Mm. A reminder of who you want to be, the reminder of that is who you already are, is the ritual of being witnessed or watching someone else live so that we can remember how to live our best life too.
Yeah, and that's the point. of creating Sing Your Song. It's to move us forward, to gather community and who will resonate with not just the movie itself, but the mission to open ideas that shift humanity and take us all forward.
Yeah, because what we are doing is not about innovation for innovation's sake, right?
Yeah, we don't need to have something emergent or new. What we need is to draw on the old, which is powerful,
Mm.
but use it with intention so that we can all, including the audience, move forward.
Together. I love that so much. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about the past, present, and the future all converging, right? It means that we can give ourselves the permission to call on the old, the sacred, the broken, the beloved, and we can let it move and breathe again.
Yeah, that's a powerful thing. And movies are something that we get involved in, that we get engaged in, and that we need people to come along that ride with us.
Mm.
Because for some reason, most people have been kept out of the loop until the movie comes and they get to watch it in the theater. But when we think about it, that's not storytelling. Storytelling is connecting with people along the way and sharing co resonance so that something powerful can be.
It absolutely it is. And we can do that with thread and with real, and we can do that with films that don't wait for approval, like punk rock back in the day, right? When you just showed up with a busted speaker and attitude and presence, right? Um, and that's what the power of film and the power of story can do. It's not that we're going into the future of film, but more that we're returning to the soul of what film is all about and the soul of story and humanity.
Yeah. And this is why we need everybody now. You know, it seems a strange thing to talk about doing something for a movie that hasn't been made, but in reality, every vision, every plant, every child needs a village to raise it into what it's supposed to be.
Mm.
And that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's why we're sharing the power of film and story, um, and sing your song with you before it's ever been seen one, right? But it's living already. It's been written. It's been born. It's unfolding, and we want you all to be a part of that because that's the power of being able to build community, rally around something that gets to unfold and be a part of it, something that really can move us all forward, even if you don't like the film.
Yeah, that's so beautiful because that's true. You know, we understand everything's opinions, but that's not what's important here. What's important here is that the power of film gets an opportunity to shift some lives. How many? Who knows?
But we have an idea and we have a dream, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we're going along. But we do also have an idea of how to bring this together and bring the living experience of Sing Your Song to you before the first frame has ever been filmed. And that's through something that we're going to do every single month. We're going to gather and we're going to reflect on story and identity and the movement that we're co creating. This is how a senior song is a living movie experience. So we're going to watch something. And I thought that while you were talking earlier, Carey, it just seemed perfect, right? That of course we would watch Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee. How does that sound to you?
That's a great suggestion. And although my experience was so moving for me, it doesn't mean that everybody needs to feel that way. And that's the invitation. The invitation is to see something and form your own opinion and come share that with us, because there's something powerful when you understand a movie takes you someplace or doesn't. And these are the things we want to discuss.
Yeah, I cannot wait to watch it and hear and know that as I'm watching it, I get to take notes and actually have other people that love film and love story just as much as I do to share it with. And that's part of what's so exciting. So thank you, Carey, so much for that gift, because I think that it's going to be so great to watch that again. And the next time here in the parlor, we're going to talk about casting, but not the Hollywood kind. We're going to talk about what it means to be cast into a life and how to reclaim your own authorship. And this is Parlor 10, and this is Backstage and the Senior Song Living Experience. And we will see you again very soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you.
Real slow, and the heart remembers. The theater empties, but the story stays within you. The train moves on, and so do we, until the next stop in the living movie.